The Great British Beer Festival went green this year, featuring a host of cask ales with a more eco-conscious take on the UK's national drink. Adnams East Greens is Europe's first carbon-neutral beer. The Suffolk-based brewery uses groundbreaking energy-saving technology to recycle heat used in the brewing process. Any remaining carbon is offset through environment charity Climate Care.
We've actually measured how much energy has actually gone into the process. So right through from growing the barley, the pesticides that go onto the barley, harvesting that, growing the hops, and the energy we use in the brewery, and then also the energy we use in the packaging of it. What we've tried to do over the last probably 8 years is probably reduce the energy impact as much as possible.
Also new at the festival this year, the Unusual Ale Bar, serving speciality beers that include organic, vegan and natural brews. Organic and vegan ale Old Stoat Wobbler is a strong, dark and full-flavoured beer. It's brewed at Spectrum Brewery in Norfolk, one of the few organic breweries in the UK.
It's quite straightforward making an organic beer. The necessary sort of dry goods are sort of relatively easily available. Although the harvest last year weren't particularly good, but sort of hoping for better availability, particularly in sort of hops this year. Taste and flavour-wise, then organic beers, essentially the same huge flavour range that you get with sort of non-organic cask beers as well. But it's at the end of the day, what you have to produce is sort of good, sellable beer that people will buy more than once.
The festival is split into sections so trade visitors can explore beers from their own region. This is part of organiser CAMRA's Locale scheme, which celebrates local beers in local pubs and reduces the carbon footprint caused by transportation.
But the vast number of the brewers are producing beers mainly for their locality. We go down right to the small ones that produce just have their own pub and they brew for their pub. That's the really small boys. Then you've got ones that have an ethos of going, say, to a maximum of 30, 40 miles from their patch and keep it local. So there is very much that localism associated, hence we use the catchword, the local brewer.
With 65,000 visitors expected through the doors, the event is also testament that the cask ale industry is not only surviving, but flourishing.
The sales of cask ale, which is what we're here to promote, is actually rising. The number of breweries that are producing real cask ales is growing. Some of them start off as a little man in a shed. Some are, a bit bigger than that, but they are growing. They're opening every week. There's new breweries springing up across the country. The ones that are struggling are the lager producers. They're the sort of people that are staying at home and drinking their cans. Whereas because British cask ale is such a quality product, people are quite happy to still go to the pub to find it.
And with over 400,000 pints expected to be consumed over the week-long event, the Great British Beer Festival continues to offer a fresh approach to the age-old and much-loved British ale.